Hey guys, Brendan Wood here, author of the 3+1 Plan and chairman of YPC Group, where we help you to build a thriving property portfolio so you can live the lifestyle you've always dreamed of, but in such a way that you're not creating a second job or actually working yourself into an early grave. So what I wanted to do today was we've been running the webinars now for a while, and we've compiled hundreds of questions that you guys have been asking. So I want to take those, and what I've done is I've broken them down into a number of really key questions that most of you guys are repeatedly asking. And what I've done is I want to present them to you so you get that level of education. I've always been a massive supporter of free education. And so that's what I want to do for you guys today, is really give you, I guess, what most people out there are concerned about in the market now, about property investment, about strategies, about structures, about all sorts of things, the questions that you guys have been asking. So, it's not now me telling you what you should be thinking, it's you guys actually feeding back. And I love that about the social media, and I love that about webinars. So yeah, sit back, relax, and let's get started. So what we're going to look at today is, am I advising against no money down? And look, the short answer is yes. And I'll explain why, because I really see that this is an important thing when you're building a portfolio. It's very easy when you're starting off to think, oh, the less money I have to put in, the better and less risky it is. Well, look, certainly having been in the industry in the UK and previously in Australia for over 15 years, I can tell you that generally the people who get the worst deals and take the most risks are those that try and do it with no money down. And the first point I make, I don't do no money down. And I never have it in the UK. And I actually, for me, I think the problem is that it attracts the wrong type of people. It attracts people that have scarcity mentality. It attracts people who don't have the money, and therefore you've got to ask why they don't have the money. Because for the most part, it's because they're not disciplined. They haven't built up those, the very, very simple and very easy steps that you need to create wealth, at a certain level. And even if that's just £25,000. You haven't gone through that, and because they haven't gone through that, when they go and buy a property, they just get themselves into more of a muddle. And the problem, the other side of it is that it tends to attract not only the wrong type of people from a client perspective, but also the wrong type of property companies and the people that own those companies, because what they're after is to sell you a deal. They're selling you a package, they're not selling you a property, an investment. Now they'll tell you and they'll package it up like an investment. But the fact is that when you look at it, and I've seen thousands of these things over the years, what you find is if you can't, and this is a quote from a developer mate of mine who basically said, and I'll try and paraphrase, if I can't sell it on the open market, I'll inflate the price, I'll give a big discount and add no money down structure to it, and I'll flog it to some, uneducated idiot, right? And that's his attitude around no money down. Great for him, because he just gets to throw his stuff off that he can't sell on the open market. Now, it's not always true, because the properties aren't always bad, but too many times I've seen people missold on that. Now, a couple more points. Look, new build, realistically, it's impossible to do. The only way you're going to do it is if you're going to commit fraud and mortgage fraud. Now, I'll give you an idea. If you commit mortgage fraud, all right, it's either the Serious Fraud Office that will handle it, okay, or if it's organised fraud, then it could be SOCA, Serious Organised Crime Agency, that will look at that. And they reckon they've got about 2,000 cases of mortgage fraud that they're looking into. And if you have a look on mortgage broker and various mortgage broker things, there's a lot of mortgage brokers and there's a lot of people now being pursued, and solicitors and things like that. A few solicitors have been knocked out of being able to practice because of no money down and because of what they've been doing. So realistically, new build, it's impossible to do without fraud, okay? If you're looking at second hand, it's possible to do, but realistically, you're going to need a dodgy solicitor. And if you're working with a dodgy solicitor, you've got to ask, if they're prepared to waive those conditions and do this, then what other things are they missing out? What are they not, what service are they not providing you? The lender cannot know. I can tell you, in any of these cases, if the lender finds out, straight away decline, or they just won't proceed with that, all right? They'll withdraw funds, okay? Now, the other side is that generally the property clubs and the companies that are doing no money down, you've got to ask if they have your best interest at heart, because realistically, they're operating on a structure that isn't going to continue on, that doesn't have longevity, okay? Now for me, I run a business and I plan to be here in 20, 30, 50, 100 years, Yeah, 100 years might be a stretch, but you know, here for a long time. And so I can't afford as a company to do these no money down and to do those shady deals, because the bottom line is eventually they'll get cramped down and you won't be able to do them. So if you're building a relationship with those people, realistically, are you just desperate and out for the deal? In which case, you know, hey, take your chances, because remember, you're just taking a risk. And the risk is you get caught for mortgage fraud, or the risk is the lender finds out and you've paid money and you can lose money for valuations and all sorts of things. Because any lender, anywhere, the moment they get in any whiff of no money down, or even, you know, gift and deposits and some of the other structures around, they're just going to run the other way. Okay, the other point that I want to make is transparency. Because look, if you're doing no money down, yeah, and they've got the solicitor on board and they've, you know, a property company and all these sort of things, you've got to ask, is the deal really going to be transparent? I can tell you, in most cases, we source property for some of our competitors. And I met with a competitor the other week, and basically they don't do a deal unless they make £10,000 out of it. Now, how are they doing this? The only way they're doing that is by not being transparent, because I'm sure if you're buying this and you saw 10 grand, now this is the other thing, they put 10 grand on the back end, plus they charge a £2 grand fee, all right? So 12 grand they're making on each deal. That's ridiculous, you know? With what we do, you've got to be transparent. You can see what's there, all right? The other side, yeah, longevity, which I mentioned before, you know, are they really going to be here in the long term to support you, grow your portfolio? They're not, okay? And there's evidence, because what's actually happened is a lot of those companies have gone by the wayside. They've fallen over. What's started to happen is some of those people have popped up again, okay? Or even some of their employees, when they fell over, they've popped up and they're doing it. So no money down is still out there, but I tell you, it's a very small portion of the marketplace. And at the end of the day, there's always the fringes. If you want to operate on the fringes, then by all means go and do it. But you know, YPC is certainly not the company for you. If you want to build a portfolio and you really want to, you know, get the portfolio management and understand the structures and the strategies and the processes and procedures, and be really certain that what you're doing is buying an investment, okay, that's going to produce on you long term, then, you know, the way to do it is through someone like YPC. So guys, I'm sure you found that information really valuable. The first step really now is that you need to get a plan. You need to actually, you know, work out exactly how you're going to put this in place. So what I encourage you to do is come in and sit down with us, talk to us, you know, grab a coffee with us. And what we can do is we can actually start mapping out what your plan is. Guys, I'm looking forward to meeting you real soon at either one of our webinars or perhaps a seminar, or if you come to one of our offices around the world. Have a great day, and remember, live with passion.